Hi and welcome, Kat from Sacred Soul Rising. So I want to break the journey down into really 4 easy stages. This is for anybody who is really early on in the journey and like searching all night, all day, trying to figure out what is going on. You suddenly discover twin flame stuff and you're like, oh my goodness, this is what I think I'm going through. But then the mind steps in and goes, it can't be. This is ridiculous. I mean, you know, most people that step onto this journey, let's correct that. It's not about stepping onto the journey, is it? You are catapulted like a rocket or a fighter jet into this journey. The mind, you're kicking and screaming. The mind is going 100 miles an hour. Everything feels like it's breaking apart in your life. What the dickens do you do? Okay, I am here today to break it down into really 4 easy, simple steps, what you are going to go through. Now, I've really simplified this down for anybody whose mind is really activated. The reason why is this is a journey. Each twin flame's journey is unique, but the way that you move through it's similar. So I want to really break it down so you can go, okay, I know now which stage I'm in, what I need to do, how I need to work on myself. And then it almost gives you that reassurance, you know, a bit like that mother's hug that goes, you are okay. And that's what I want to give you today. You will start off this journey in that beautiful bubble love phase, in that oneness frequency with divine masculine. You will be able to talk for hours. It will feel like nothing you have ever gone through in your life. You will feel that you have met the one. Only to get to a certain point on your connection that you believe it is. And what I want to say is, it normally doesn't last very long. Anything from 2 to 3 weeks to 3 months. Now, what I would like to say is there are slight variations to this. I have worked with twins that have been married for 20 years and then suddenly get the activation. But what I'm saying here is that it's an activation. So that energy, once soul gets soul recognition, the energy builds super, super fast. And divine feminine, you'll feel that energetic wall coming up. Once that energetic wall comes up and the separation begins, soul recognition happens, Kundalini then starts to activate. You go through a heart chakra activation and your core wounds are activated. You are thrown into the darkness. This is number 1, the darkness. You will question what your life is all about. You will feel desperation. You will feel confused. You will feel utter broken on the floor. You will barely be functioning. Now, you will believe it's because of divine masculine leaving, but that's not the whole reason. You are now being catapulted into a very, very rapid awakening. You're spiritually awakening, the Kundalini is activated, you are going through a very rapid heart chakra activation, and your core wounds are activated. You will question everything. You will feel despair, you will feel pain, you will feel confused. Your mind will be going 1,000,000 times an hour and you will not be able to calm it down at this point. The reason why is all your bodies, and I'm talking about light body, emotional body, physical body, the mental body, are now going through a very, very rapid transformation. Everything that is no longer needed will start to fall away. Friendships, relationships, career, lots of different, and it depends on your journey. So you might not have all of those. You might only have one. But anything that is no longer needed will start to dissipate now. It will feel scary. It will feel desperation. I want you to know that this will not last. You will be okay. You will then go into the hermit stage of the journey, where you will feel very alone, very isolated. You could be in a room full of all your friends and family, but you will just feel really abandoned. You will feel alone. You will also now, small talk will make no sense. A lot of the news and programs and even maybe films that you once watched and listened to now just, they don't have the same meaning anymore. You now find solitude and you now find enrichment in the woods, in aloneness. In those times, that is when you are connecting in with soul frequency. You will start to question everything. You will start to see signs and synchronicities. Numbers will start to speak to you. Certain songs will have different meanings. Animals will start to show up, and spirit animals will. You will start to know that you are being guided beyond this physical world. The 111s, the 22s, you will see synchronicities, number synchronicities. You will see guides and spirit guides, and you will start to feel those clairs starting to turn on. You will know that there's more than just this physical world. Once you have shifted through that hermit and isolation stage, you will then go into the rebirth. You will start to really be aware of the mind and ego, and you will start to really work deeper on your core wounds, and your consciousness and your frequency is really expanding at this rate. Your divine masculine may come in at this rate as you are shifting into that magnetic frequency. So just to go over, the first one is the darkness. The second one is the hermit in isolation and feeling in sort of that solitude energy. The third one is the rebirthing. You are now rebirthing yourself. You are now shifting in your frequency completely. Life will start to feel very different to what it once was. People will notice that you look different. Your energy is different. You'll have a different glow around you. And you will start to feel like you're attracting in a different tribe. Once you've moved through that rebirth, you then feel that strong calling. You then feel the calling of divine. This is then when you start to really come into your soul purpose, come into your soul mission. The calling is beyond the mind and ego. It is from a soul level, and you'll be called into soul purpose. You'll be called into soul mission. And as much as you try and stop it and say, I'm not ready yet, or self-sabotage, or think I just need more time, the soul will call you over and over. And if you try and ignore it at this point, it will get louder and louder. Your soul purpose, your soul mission is when you have shifted into that higher state of frequency. You are now in magnetic frequency. And this is normally when divine masculine comes back in that beautiful energy. You see, this is a journey for both. But until divine feminine gets out of all that crazy energy, neither one can shift. Divine masculine cannot shift and divine feminine cannot shift. you are activated. You are given the tools at the beginning, but then you get to the point, especially in that hermit energy, the second one, the hermit and the solitude. In that energy, it is about you starting to pick up your own tools, starting to learn how to alchemize those big oscillations that rise within you. And when I talk about those big oscillations, I'm talking about those big emotions that rise, where out of nowhere, you feel this deep, raw emotion where you can just sob and sob and sob. And you're like, I don't even know what I'm sobbing for. This is because you are letting go of lifetimes of old stagnant frequency. And in this letting go and releasing, you are then going into a full surrender so you can fully rebirth yourself. And once you have rebirthed, you are then in that high frequency where you answer the calling. Your calling, what you came here to be. And in that frequency, you are magnetic for everything. Everything in your world will start to change at that level. And if you are ready, my Journey to Oneness course is there, my Twin Flame course is there. Wherever you are on your journey, whether you need to understand that first part, number one, the darkness, whether you need to work through, how do I shift through ego, death and dark night of the soul? How do I get out of all this crazy energy that my mind is putting me in? And then when you start to go through that rebirth and in that isolation, my Journey to Oneness course is there to help you shift through it, to help you work with your clairs, to help you start to get into that beautiful, magnetic, creative frequency. And then if you're ready to answer the calling, I show you how to coach at a soul level, how to grow a soul-led business, which isn't working 30, 40-hour weeks. Because we know once you are activated on this journey, you operate and feel the world in a different way. You're here to shine your light. And this is one of the reasons I teach passive income, because the empath is not here to work 30, 40, 50-hour weeks. The empath is here to be the vibration, to shine the light out and to answer the calling. I hope this helps for anybody that is struggling on the journey. My website is there. Make sure you click subscribe, turn the notification bell on. I'm always putting out new information to help and support you so you can relax and know that you are on a journey and how to shift out of the pain and shift into that beautiful, thriving frequency. I send you much love, many blessings.